We've tried them and they're a hit, but we've also tried things like when we first opened Segways, not a hit. We get a lot of people that are excited to be outside, a lot of people that are nervous, but they want to try something new. People who live in town, people who live in Raleigh, people who are just visiting from, a whole nother state. We have full moon paddles, we have sunset paddles. One of our biggest hits is the wine and cheese paddles, where we take people up to Castle Island and set up a whole spread for them, and people love it. I mean, we get people come from all over for that. Any kind of cycling, very user-friendly here. I love it. I mean, I rode this morning in the rain, and you know what? It was great. So it's just good, and it's flat. I love cycling. I love that I get to do that, almost every day, and I love that I get to go kayaking. I'm kayaking this afternoon with somebody, and it's right here. I just roll down to the water, roll out on my bike. It's all good. Everything you do here, you end up meeting somebody you don't know. You end up, experiencing something you haven't experienced. I've met some really awesome people through the shop and become friends with a lot of them too. So that's probably my favorite part. People come in and they're like, everybody's so friendly here, and people truly are. I mean, it's a small town that people love living in. So why wouldn't we want to share our experience with everybody else? My name is Leanne Harch. I own Inner Banks Outfitters. Come out and play with us sometime.
We are Wine and Words and Gourmet. We started out as Wine and Words, which is wine and books. And then we added specialty foods. That's the gourmet part. We have wines from all over the world, beers, local North Carolina beers, and from around the world. Every Friday afternoon we have wine tastings so that people come in and we taste wine. I tell them about wine. It gives them a chance to discover new best friends in the wine world. We always get, almost every weekend, new people discover Washington. We're kind of a fixture on Main Street, and people, that's how people discover us. They come walking down Main Street and see that there's Wine and Words and Gourmet and come in and try us out. People are always asking me about what's my favorite, but we have over 300 wines here, and that's like, which is your favorite child? I like wine a lot, and my wife, who is the co-owner of the store, she mostly does the food part. I mostly like wines from Spain, kind of a specialty of ours, and people enjoy being turned on to new things in Washington. One of the things we do is we keep a record of customer purchases. So people will come in, say at Christmas time, and say, do you know what kind of wine so-and-so likes? And I look it up and I say, absolutely. And then they get a really nice Christmas gift because I know what they like. People come in often and say, I really don't know anything about wine, and I always say, then you've come to the right place, because you don't have to be a wine geek here. This is a place where you can, if you enjoy good things in life, then we can help you with that.
This is Rachel Case Bakery, and we bought this building last summer. It's been vacant since 1982. It was built in 1884, and it was the original town hall, a fire station. So we have grown from, just me and my mom in our home kitchen to we have a staff of, I think, 13 right now. We do hearth breads and pastries and cinnamon rolls and coffee from Counterculture Coffee in Durham. And so, yeah, it's just becoming a place for people to gather and get really good food that's unavailable otherwise. I am really becoming passionate about some of the breads that we make. I think it's something that's really difficult to get around here, but I also have a bit of a sweet tooth, and we've just kind of expanded into doing Napoleons. And so we make the pastry cream from scratch, and we do the puff pastry from scratch, and so that's quickly becoming my favorite thing. I'm Rachel Midget, and I own Rachel Case Bakery in Washington, North Carolina, and I love living here.
I thought the change of pace from the highways of the Beltway of DC, this would be so much nicer. So I remember coming downtown and thinking, I would love to have a business downtown sometime. My friend Jenny, she ended up being presented the opportunity to do this Little Shops concept. And so we got this building, we rented the building and made the divider and had the boutique on one side and then this 30 little individual shops on the other side.
And we have all sorts of interesting items, one-of-a-kind items, difficult to find items. And we like to think that you can come in here and there is nothing we can't provide for you.
And we opened another store in New Bern, and that's where I met, or got to know Rebecca, my business partner. We worked really well together, and we said, let's do this. So we did it, and our friend Pat moved in the other side with the South Market Antiques. So that's the long version. So I got to do my business, and we love it. We just love it.
It's definitely one of the more prominent historical buildings in town. The front part, which is the double doors forward, that was all built in 1910, finished construction around 1913. In the 1920s, movies with sound came out, so did the Model T. You could come here and sit in here all day for a quarter and watch movies in here, A-list ones for a quarter, or you could go to the Rita Theater and watch movies there all day for a nickel. Actually, one of the first full-time movie theaters they had in the entire eastern seaboard. For a small town, we've got a lot to offer everyone. We're a very strong arts community, but really the thing that makes Washington home is the people who are here. Everybody here wants to work together and do what we can to make our community the best it possibly can be. I'm Stuart Lannon. I'm the technical director and facility manager of the Turnage Theater, and I love Little Washington.
Born and raised here, my dad and I came back when I got in my late 20s, and he retired and we decided to open up this restaurant. It's the coolest place ever. And it all kind of magically happened. It genuinely was just kind of magical how it all played out. It was a very easy process getting this going. It really was. My particular favorite thing is our goat cheese pecan cranberry salad. Customers, the salmon, the beekeeper salmon, local honey, pecans, encrusted. It's amazing. Everyone loves it. And our carrots are killer. We have carrots that basically taste like candy, so everybody thinks they're eating candy, but it's actually healthy stuff.
What do you love about Little Washington?
Well, the major is the river. Everybody says that it's the river. But the people, the knowing people, the roots I have here. But the green, it's so green here and pretty. And in spring and summer, it's just, you don't realize it until you get away from here, just how beautiful this place is. It's truly beautiful. It is. It's a perfect little small town. It is.
So we started Bloom close to 4 years ago. We wanted a place for locals and people from out of town to have great clothes and get first-rate customer service. I love making people feel good. I love putting them in something they're comfortable in, but I love people. I love meeting new people. It's my thing. Little Washington has the best people you'll ever meet, and I know that you see that or hear that from other places, but this is truly the best part about this town.
So we had a situation that we ended up together unexpectedly with another place closing, and we'd always been together for a long time, even before that. So we thought, well, that's kind of a lemon situation. Let's make lemonade, and that's how we got the name. There are 15 artists who display out here in the gallery, and then 5 of us have working studios in the back. And that's where we get messy and create what you see out here. I make silk. It starts out white, and I design what I'm going to do with it, get the dye on it. It's all hand washable. When I'm done, I do the stitching. It's really fine stitching. And I also make anodized aluminum jewelry because, as you can see, I like color.
Yes.
So, and this is how I get color with silk and color with jewelry. So
That's fantastic.
that's my piece of it.
I make jewelry, and it's made with 14 karat gold filled wire and sterling silver wire. Right now I'm working on some ear vines. I got 7 orders yesterday from people that came in, and they want them in sterling silver. And we just keep getting great feedback. The community has been wonderful. I moved here 10 years ago from Long Island, and it has been wonderful. People are friendly, they're welcoming, and I just absolutely love it here.
I paint a lot of memories for people. I love to paint grandchildren. I paint grandchildren, anything fun. I think I like 3 states having portraits in every state. I've sent them to the country of Jordan and Norway, and I've got some cards in China. I love Washington. We meet people from all over the world here.
And I absolutely love Little Washington. It's a wonderful place to live.
This is one area where I really feel that happiness with being here, and couples just seem to be very happy here. It's a great place to live.
We're Southern food with a little Cajun twist. We have 12 burgers, right?
12, yes.
He thought we had 6. We have 12 burgers.
She busts me on that every time.
We have a large selection of craft beer, and we carry North Carolina rum, gin.
Try and carry as much North Carolina beers, alcohols, wines as we possibly can. We get a lot of ECU people in here watching the games, which is fun because they're excited, about...
Tar Heels too.
We get a couple of Tar Heels. Since I went to Carolina, we get a couple. We're the first restaurant to open every day and the last one to close every day. We're open every day of the week. So if people come downtown, there's always going to be a place they can stop and eat, come just drink a beer, meet a friend, or whatever.
And we want everybody to have a good time and not be so uptight. It's a fun place.
I grew up in the business. My grandfather had an antique shop. Well, my favorite thing's primitives, and I also like mid-century modern, which the younger girls are starting to really embrace the 50s and 60s. When I started, I think there were maybe 2 other shops or 3, and now we've had 2 or 3 more join, and 6 or 7 shops. They'll come spend a day, have lunch, and shop with everybody. I grew up in Beaufort County, but I lived on the south side of the river once I was married for about 30 years, and when I moved back, started my business, and we have such a good time. Just hanging out with our friends and on the waterfront, sailing on the Jenny Bee, hanging out on the back patios of some of the restaurants. Hi, I'm Pat Lewis. I own South Market Antiques. I love Little Washington.
We started out as a plain art gallery. It's just going to be 2 lines of paintings around. Well, that doesn't work in Washington. We had to have more to sell than that. This is a co-op gallery, so we all are members of the gallery. We have paintings, we have photography, we have stained glass. Now we have woodwork, we have painted furniture. We don't really do it for money. We do it for love. it's amazing because those people from out of town often come and really look hard at what you've got. And that's nice because that's really what we're here for, is for people to see it and enjoy it.
We are Wine and Words and Gourmet. We started out as Wine and Words, which is